Jimmy Aldaoud grew up and spent his entire life here in Metro Detroit. He died this week when he couldn't get the insulin he needed. His death coming 2 months after he was deported to Iraq. Jermont Terry is live at the ICE office where he was detained on Detroit's east side. Jermont, now a local congressman is calling for an end to deportations like this. Good evening.
Good evening, Kimberly. Now, when ICE agents from this office arrested this man, the family says they didn't find out that he was already deported and back in Iraq until weeks later. They feared that this would end tragically, and sadly this week, that proved true.
We've seen the federal roundups of immigrants getting detained and deported by immigration and custom enforcement agents.
I've been in the United States since 6 months old.
Jimmy Aldaoud found himself in this situation this year when Aldaoud, who's been in southeast Michigan since before age 1, was sent back to Iraq. He pleaded in the video for help.
I begged them, I said, please, I've never seen that country, I've never been there. However, they forced me, I'm here now, and I don't understand the language, anything. I've been sleeping in the street, I'm diabetic, I take insulin shots.
That video just cut through all the policy nonsense.
Congressman Andy Levin is an opponent of the mass deportation and said Aldaoud's case is a prime example of what's wrong.
ICE deported him without him making a phone call, without him being able to stock up on insulin. I think there are going to be more stories like Jimmy's.
Once the family learned of his death, Levin and his office worked to get his body returned to Michigan so the family could have a proper burial. Levin says these deportations should halt and the government should give due process.
To stop these deportations so that each person can go before an immigration judge to have their case heard.
Now, Levin says he's working to get bipartisan legislation so that these federal agents can stop these mass deportations. We should point out, returning the body back to Michigan is a very lengthy process and should be completed sometime this month. Reporting live, I'm Jermont Terry, Local 4.
Yeah, and speaking of that process, Jermont, so who's paying to bring his body back here to Michigan from Iraq?
Well, Kimberly, the government is not paying for this. Apparently, the Chaldean Community Foundation, they are footing the bill to bring this family some closure. So that's who is taking care of this process.
Right. Okay, Jermont, thanks.